Alright, so we're live. Here, I'm going to remove the starting soon screen. We are live on the channel for this event. Here, we have one tournament warning that's actively in effect. I have to use the bathroom, so in a second, I gotta go to the bathroom, so I'll be right back in a sec. But we do have a tournament warning in effect. It does include areas including Eupora and Walthall, and Stewart, Tom Nolan, Double Springs, Reform, and Spring Valley in Mississippi. This is a classic look of Supercell with your hail core up here. It's kind of a weak hail core, and then your hook shape right there. And if there was a tornado, which there's no longer one right now, it would be right in that area. If we do take a look at the tornado rotation, there is a little bit of rotation right there, but it's a little bit on the weaker side right now. And there's no signs of a confirmed tornado with this, but we got to keep paying attention to this, as this is a dangerous looking supercell. We do actively have many severe thunderstorm warnings, though, that are in effect at the moment with this. So, if you guys have any questions, I will answer them. I do not expect us to get many viewers in this stream at all, because, I just don't expect us to get much viewers, because there's so many other people live that all those people are on the other streams. So, yeah, I definitely do not expect that. But we have many other, this is what we're basically talking about. I have some other screens up of WSV3 and GR2 Analyst up to the right of the screen. Wild Raymage up to the right of the screen. And then the main screen that I'm going to be moving on is Radar Omega on the left, top left of the screen. So we do have a PDS, particularly dangerous situation tornado watch, that is actively in effect. A very dangerous one too. If I pull it up, this is the tornado watch right here in red. This whole box has the chance for getting tornadoes. Several tornadoes are possible, with even a couple strong tornadoes could be possible with this. These include Jackson, Mississippi, Alexandria, Monroe, up to Greenville, and then into Meridian, actually not in Meridian, to the north of Meridian, and south of Tupelo, Greenwood, Starkville, Greenville, Columbus. Those areas are under this. Philadelphia, Vicksburg, Monroe, Alexandria, those areas are actively under this tornado watch that is in effect. So those areas, you definitely be prepared. This does include Louisiana, Mississippi, and a most extreme southeastern Arkansas. Like, only 2 counties of Arkansas under this, which include like Crosset and Eudora. So yeah, I gotta use the bathroom, so I'll be right back in a sec. Sorry about that stop for a second, guys. We are back. Thanks to everybody that stayed in the stream. We actually have a new tornado warning in effect here, so we're going to take a look at this. But yeah, we'll take a look at that in a sec. But the first thing is we do have a moderate risk actually in effect. To pull up the tornado watch here, I'm going to take off the tornado watch actually. So we have a moderate risk of severe weather in that red box where the highest air concentration of severe weather is. For Jackson, Tupelo, Greenville, Greenwood, Starkville, Philadelphia, and Vicksburg, this is where the most area where the most tornadoes could potentially happen, and just the area where the greatest severe weather is possible. That's basically the target zone. And then the enhanced risk area in the orange goes all the way from Alexandria all the way up to near Huntsville. And then the yellow region goes all the way across this area, including Nashville to Memphis, New Orleans, Mobile, all the way over to Baton Rouge, into those areas. We also have a marginal risk here that extends all the way up to northern Indiana. This marginal risk extends all the way down to Houston, all the way up to Indianapolis. So it's definitely a huge risk that actually is ongoing here. If you guys have any questions, I'll feel free to answer them. I'll answer your questions in 1 second, guys. Okay, random news. So yeah, I will feel free to answer all your questions, guys, here. We are live. Wow, random news, yeah. And there was actually an extension, so 1 sec. One little second, guys. There's many tornado warnings actually in effect. I think there's an extension for this storm, but it's not really popped up on the BC3 just yet. What's with this radar site? Is this radar site down or something? Because it definitely doesn't seem to be working. Let's see. Yeah, that radar site, I guess, is down, I'm guessing. My bad. That's not a real radar site. So, yeah, that's not a real radar site. We do have an active tornado warning in effect here. It says rhythms capable of producing a tornado located near Rosefield, and it has been extended to. It's also 2-inch hails with this. Rhythms capable of producing tornado. So this is actually a dangerous looking supercell here. There's no storms coming in contact with this thing, and it's all by itself. There are a few other storms that could cause it to weaken a bit, but we have many supercells here that could get bad. I mean, we have a lot of these supercells, and this could head into a bigger environment. If this extends long enough, it could head when it heads into this better environment right here, this could be a bad tornado. Potentially. I'm not saying it is, it could. Yeah, Memphis, there was originally a very bad risk. There is an isolated risk in Memphis of a slight risk, so the tornado threat is mainly low, but that area could get some isolated activity there. But areas on this tornado include Extension, Wisner, Silsey Island, Gilbert, Ola, and Rosefield, and Sherwood, those type of areas in Louisiana, northern Louisiana. There is a little area track rotation right around there. It's not the strongest rotation I've seen, but it is definitely there. It's pretty good. It's a decent area for rotation. 1 sec. I'm actually gonna change something. 1 sec. Let's see here. All right, there, we're good. One sec. There, we're good. So, seeing we'll head towards the northeast of Rosefield. If you're not in your shelter already, get there right now, especially Extension, because Extension and Wisner is things heading towards your area. There might not be a tornado on the ground right now, but tweet this tornado warning like there is a tornado on the ground, and get to your safe spot immediately here for this. So, yep. So, yeah, we also, not just we have this area where there's a tornado running, we also have another tornado running here. So, up towards Eupora, Wallfall, and Spring Valley, you are under a tornado warning in effect, so take shelter immediately in those areas. Honestly, this area is in a better environment, but they're kind of struggling here. This storm area is kind of struggling too, because I don't think the threat's not as high. It's more higher down in these areas, but in these areas right now, these storms are kind of struggling a bit. They're not seeming to be too strong, and they're all kind of colliding. They're congealing more here. They're more congealed than usual, which is not really the best thing to support tornadoes. It's a good thing for, like, normal, but it's not a good thing to support tornadoes a lot. But that could be something we need to pay attention to if these things do break off. But what I'm really concerned about is these storms that are heading into the environment. This area here. And the reason these storms are struggling a little more is because there was a lot of storms earlier in this area too. And that's kind of making these storms, that cooled the air, and that's kind of making these storms kind of struggle a little bit. But we do have this area of tornadic radiation right there. It's actually stronger than another area, kind of heading towards the east-northeast, heading towards Double Springs and Spring Valley. So those areas need to be taking your safe spot. Eupora, this thing isn't heading towards you, but you still need to get to your safe spot because you're in the tornado warning. Same thing with Tom Nolan and Reform. This thing will get very close to Reform, so you need to get to your safe spot immediately there and Reform too. There, so. If you guys have any questions, I will answer them on the channel here. Thanks everybody for the support. Maybe Roblox Gamer. It's bad December. Yeah. So yeah, definitely begin your safe spot now there in Reform. Oh, that rotation actually strengthened a bit there. So just near Byway, I don't even know how to say that. Into the south of Grady, there is this area of tornadic radiation. It's heading straight towards Road 9 or Interstate 9. So that area in Mississippi, Road 9 in Mississippi, you need to be taking your safe spot, getting your safe spot immediately, and get off that road now. I just saying this right now, get off that road immediately, because this thing's heading straight for that. You can see that hook echo, that classic hook echo, and the hail core just to the north. So yeah, that's something we need to be paying attention to. Sorry guys, we do have a bot is in here, so yeah, it sucks. Just careful. Oh, that sucks, Roblox, that he got sick, but yeah, it sucks, guys. Just don't pay attention to that bot, but yeah. Oh, there's also new 0,000 warning issued there. It's normal 0,000 warning that area, but definitely be preparing here. Nearby wise, that air tornadic radiation is there. If it does strengthen a little bit, it could produce a tornado. See, the storms don't look as bad, but it actually is pretty bad. But it's kind of more embedded. It's kind of an embedded supercell in this area, just a bunch of craziness of rain. So that's why it's not as concerning. See, this storm, it's not in the best environment yet. It's getting there. It's getting there. It's in a good environment. It's getting there. But this thing right here looks very concerning. It's just looks like a classic supercell, and rotation's actually starting to strengthen pretty significantly over Rosefield right now there for that storm. So Duty, Extension, Rosefield, Wisner, those areas I can't say enough. You need to get to your safe spots just about now here. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, guys. Your weather during future severe weather here. You say you probably won't get tornadoes, but do you think Lake Charles, Louisiana? So down there near Lake Charles, you are just barely out of that tornado watch that is in effect, just barely out of that, which is always a good sign. But yes, you're just barely out of that tornado watch, but there are some Gulf moisture that's advecting up there, so you could get a few showers and thunderstorms right now. There are some thunderstorms heading kind of towards there. There's a storm, it's heading kind of that direction, but not really towards Lake Charles. It's on the ocean right now, but it could head up. So there is some Gulf moisture providing some storms in this area, but it's not the strongest storms. But you are under a slight risk because of your weather there in Lake Charles. You're not under the highest threat, but you're under a 2 out of 5, so you still need to be prepared there. But it's not really something you really need to be worrying about too much. Just, yeah, make sure you're watching my stream, so I'll make sure you guys are weather aware there. Nice, that's cool. Maybe, I don't really think so. He's not really in the best environment for tornadoes, Rolex Gaming. So, man, we're seeing a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings here. So, we actually have a severe thunderstorm warning effect for a very popular area of I don't even know how to say it. Natchitoches, Winfield, Powhatan, Campsie, and Robeline in Provencal. Correct me in the chat there. You can make fun of me if you want for that. But yeah, I don't really know how to say that. This storm has 1.75 inch hail and 60 miles an hour winds. There's also a tornado possible tag on this. The area where they're showing the hail right now is right over Robeline. So Robeline, you are getting some hail right now. So definitely be prepared for that. Rotation is very weak, so I'm not really too worried about this, but it is definitely a supercellular thunderstorm, so it's something we might need to be paying attention to soon. It's not in the best environment, but it's in a pretty good environment. We also have severe thunderstorm warning down towards Sartonville, heading towards Bassfield and Society Hill into Tilton. This thing actually has a little bit of rotation on it, but it's not much there, so it's something we need to be paying attention to, as I think that storm actually did have a tornado warning with it earlier. Oh, you were there? Oh, thanks for correcting me there, Eben. Thanks a lot. That means a lot to me. Thanks. There's a good hook I go. Yeah. But yeah, thanks for the correction. Thank you. Thanks everybody for the viewers right now. We have 13 people watching. Make sure you do get to your safe spot still in Wisner, up to Silsey Island and Winsboro. There are many chasers actually on the ground right now with this storm, so yeah, there's a lot of chasers. This storm is definitely concerning. Wow, that rotation update, that's decent rotation there. So Duty, this is heading straight for you. Duty, Enterprise, and Extension into Fort Necessity, and Gilbert, Dixie Landing, Harris Landing, and Winsboro in Louisiana. In North Louisiana, you need to get to your safe spot immediately, as there's a tight couplet of rotation heading your way, especially towards Extension and Duty. At the moment right now, that's the area that really needs to get into your safe spot right now. You're in Jenna, Louisiana. Okay. Maps. So I'll pull that up in a sec. Where's that at? Let's see here. Jenna, Louisiana. Where is this at? Oh, that's actually in a very dangerous area. So Jenna, Louisiana there, It says to the south of Monroe. Jenna is to the south of Monroe. Let's see where this is exactly at. So just directly south of Monroe is where Jenna is. So Jenna's right down here. Jenna in Louisiana. So yeah, I will answer your questions, guys. I promise you that. For Jenna, you are under a dangerous area right now. You're under a particularly dangerous situation. Tornado watch in effect at the moment for your area. There are some storms heading by, so that might take down the list a little more. But if we do get some storms to really strengthen here, which are kind of struggling right now, but if we do get some storms to strengthen there, they could head towards your area. Right now, your area is good, and you don't need to be worried about anything right now. There's actually a big storm to the north of you, but you don't need to be worried right now, but in the future, you potentially need to be worried, so maybe in the future. Depends. You're welcome there, Carol. So, yeah. Let's look back at this one tornado warning we haven't looked at in a few frames. Here, Eupora, Reform, Double Spring, Spring Valley, Tom Dolan, and Walthall in Mississippi. You need to remain in your shelter here, as there is a tornado warning in effect here. This is your area tornado coordination right there. It's not the strongest thing. I think the other storm... Oh, that's cool, Roblox Gaming. But it's not the strongest rotation, but you still need to be getting to your safe spot here. The storm is heading straight towards Spring Valley, Matheson, and Mabin. So those towns, you need to be getting to your safe spot immediately, especially if you're on Interstate 82 in central Mississippi towards Matheson. If you're on Interstate 82 near Matheson, in Sapa and Eupora, you need to get off that road immediately and find the closest substantial shelter near you, as the rotation has strengthened a bit, and you do have that air tornado coordination. Is that a CC? I'm not sure if that's a CC. That could just be a bunch of, honestly, yeah, that might just be a bunch of, contamination there. Yep, Carol. So yeah. It's kind of that rotation kind of embedded in this area here. It's really an embedded supercell right here. It almost looks like a line could be forming right here. Yeah, a line's kind of forming. That's definitely going to take down the tornado threat a little bit. So this whole area near Starkville, I'm not very concerned for you, except for this little embedded supercell right here. But this whole area is kind of in a cooling area, and it's kind of a line of storms congealed. So they're not in the worst threat right now, mainly to different areas. But this area I'm kind of concerned about, as there's not much congelation. Actually, we have a new tornado warning that just got issued. This was kind of in that area I was looking at a second ago. Yeah, that's when it gets bad there, Roblox Gaming. We have actually a mesoscale discussion that is in effect just near Birmingham. A tornado watch is likely to get issued, but it's not going to be as bad, as there's more cooling, because Snorp headed into that area earlier, because the earlier elevated storms cooled the air mass there. So yeah, a new tornado warning has been issued by the National Weather Service, so some more activities kind of starting to happen here a little bit. So if you are in Tilton, Society Hill, Bassfield, Carson, Cantwell Mill, Bethel, New Union, Improve, and Good Hope, up to White Bluff, Holly Springs, Morgantown, Expose, and Fortenberry, and Emmanuel, and just to the south of Jackson, you need to be getting your safe spots here in this area. As there's a tornado warning in effect, a new tornado warning is in effect here. Severe thunderstorms capable of producing a tornado. There might not be a tornado on the ground right now, but treat this storm like there is one on the ground, and get to your safe spots immediately there in that area. I do advise you to be doing that. Thanks. you have been there. Ebenezer. I forgot where this was. Ebenezer. Did I say Ebenezer? Let's see this on here. Ebenezer. Oh yeah, Ebenezer, right here. Take shelter immediately in Ebenezer. Ebenezer, that's like a super small town. There's like two houses there. That's just like a little mini town. But yeah, definitely take shelter immediately as there's a tornado warning heading towards that direction here. There's a little air tornado with your reds and greens coming together there. Right near Tilton. So I'm going to be taking your safety precautions in that area here immediately. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, guys, so your weather during the future. It's Severe Weather here. And I'll always keep you updated if you subscribe. And turn on that notification so you can get informed whenever severe weather is heading your direction. Or any types of severe weather, from hurricanes to tornadoes to all types of natural disasters, basically. There's also this little storm just to the south near Tapasa. Don't really know how to say that, but there's that area of transportation right there near Tapasa. This is kind of in a better environment where there is a little bit of rotation there, so it's something we need to be paying attention to. Honestly, all these three storms are kind of starting to congeal, so that's where there is going to weaken a bit. But all these three storms are rotating right now. There's a little bit of rotation on the storm to the north of Dinnan, so all these storms are rotating. They're not the strongest on side of the rotation, but they are definitely rotating at the moment. So it's definitely something we need to be paying attention to pretty significantly. So yeah, we have a lot of tornado warnings that are in effect. So for the new people that have tuned into this stream, there is a dangerous moderate risk in effect in the red areas, including Jackson, Tupelo, Greenville, Philadelphia, Starkville, and Grenada, and Greenwood, and then across the orange area, or the 3 out of 5 is in effect. This does include Alexandria, Meridian, Tuscaloosa, Florence, Huntsville, Corinth, Clarksdale, Ruston, Monroe, Winfield, those areas up towards there, Jenna, those areas basically right now. And then the slight risk goes all the way from New Orleans and Baton Rouge all the way up to Nashville. So very big slight risk there in effect. So that's just going to pull up the severe weather threat that's basically actively ongoing for those areas there. Thanks for the new subscriber here. So, yeah. Definitely be taking your safety precautions. Extension, if you're not in your safe spot already, you have barely any time left to get to your safe spot. There might not be a tornado on the ground right now, but treat this like there is and take shelter immediately. That is your area of transportation right there. It's your little couplets of rotation right around there, heading east-northeast towards Gilbert. And extension, you're basically in the direct path of this here, so you need to be taking your safety precautions immediately. There's also another storm near Urania. That could be potentially dangerous in the future. There's a little bit of rotation on it, too. Jenna, that area where that person is, there's a little storm there, but luckily it's not very significant. It could strengthen and become something significant later on, but it just recently formed, so it's not really that bad. Well, I don't think there's in this area it's probably not as good of an environment because the storms aren't forming too much there. So yeah, definitely that area of tornado prediction. So definitely be taking your safety precautions. If we do pull up the PDS, particularly dangerous situation, extremely rare, by the way, guys. A particularly dangerous situation, tornado watch. Yeah. Wow, Evan. Yeah. A particularly dangerous tornado watch is extremely rare. Very, very rare. Primary threats is a particularly dangerous situation where numerous tornadoes expected with a few intense tornadoes likely. The chance of two or more tornadoes is a high 95% probability of one or more strong tornadoes. 90% high. And then hail up to 2 inches are likely, and 70 winds up to 70 miles an hour are likely too. Supercells with strong long track tornadoes could happen across the afternoon and early evening, which is basically what we're in right now. So yeah, this is definitely dangerous, definite live coverage here. We're almost at 350 subscribers. Just one away here. So thanks everybody for that. Yeah, definitely be taking shelters. We do have a tornado running also in effect for Eupora, the Spring Valley, and Double Springs Reform. As we do have a tornado running in effect, rotation's not very significant. Right over Matheson right now. Rotation's very weak, and I'm not really paying attention to this storm as much because this is in a just not the best environment right now. This storm is becoming less supercellular, and it's more congealing. All these storms are kind of congealing here. It's a little more It's a little more supercellular over here. These storms aren't very strong because they're not in the best environment for these storms, but Winona, Michelle, and Vaden, Duck Hill, and Alva, you're under severe thunderstorm warning right now. It's also in that area where these storms are kind of congealed, so it doesn't really look to be the most dangerous storm right now, but something we'll be paying attention to. And then a supercell, this supercell right here, it has nothing putting against it. There's like no storms around putting against this thing, except for these storms up here, but that's definitely far away from the area. These storms could be potentially dangerous in the future. There's a lot of these storms here. But this storm near Tilton, Society Hill, Ebenezer, New Union, White Bluff, Bassfield, and Improve, you need to be taking your safety precautions here immediately. Oak Vale, those areas. There's an area tornado coordination. It's not very strong at the moment, but you definitely need to be getting your safe spot here. Is that a CC? Not sure. It's kind of in that area where it could be potentially a CC, but it could also just be some contamination too. But yeah, if that does strengthen, then maybe we'll see if it is. But there's two of these areas coordination to the south of it too. But yeah, Tilton, Society Hill, Goss, those areas need to be taking your safety precautions immediately. These are only the storms that are kind of congealing with this, but that could just turn into a big, huge supercell. So that's something. Oh, we have another tornado warning issued, and that other one has expired. So those areas: Eupora, Walthall, Spring Valley, Double Springs, Reform, Byway. You don't need to be in your safe spot anymore because that tornado warning has expired. But a very populated area is now under a tornado watch of Nakatush. And Louisiana is under this tornado warning here, and not just Wheeling, just north of Montgomery, Louisiana, Atlanta, Cooley, and Lofton, and Emden, Wheeling, and Louisiana. You're under a tornado warning in effect here. This is a supercellular thunderstorm here. This is something decently concerning here, so we definitely be taking your safety precautions here. There is a tornado warning effect with some rotation across this area. There's a lot of contamination kind of with it, but yeah, there is some rotation with this, so it's something we need to be paying attention to here. So yeah, definitely get to your safe spot in those areas here. Also make sure to just be subscribed to the channel so your weather during future severe weather here on the channel. So yeah, I hope you're definitely paying attention to that. Steeler, no, I don't have any homework today. But yeah, I don't have any homework, luckily. One of your friends is in Mississippi, wow. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I don't think that derecho will happen, Roblox Gaming. But yeah, those areas need to be taking your safety precautions there, as that's a new tornado warning in effect. We're gonna pull back up this, this is kind of in a dead zone for radar right now, but if we do pull us up, I don't know which one area is better for radar. So this area probably. If you're in Wisner, Silsey Island, and Winnsboro, over to Extension, Dixie Landing, and Harris Landing, and Gilbert, take shelter immediately on I-420, Interstate 425, near Wisner in Louisiana here, as there is a tornado warning actively in effect across this area here. So definitely be taking your safety precautions here with this. Near Extension is your area track gradation. It's not the strongest area, but it definitely is. So I'm reporting in the area where I'm paying attention to is Louisiana and Mississippi, kind of near Jackson, Alexandria, those areas. So yeah, that is that area of track gradation. It's not the strongest near that. Near wherever that place, Tush. So, yeah, I just said where I'm reporting from, that basically area of Arkansas in Mississippi. So, yeah, definitely be paying attention to this there. That is definitely not good. So, yeah. This is what we're talking about here. We're going to pull back up this tornado warning near Hatties. Oh, we haven't observed. We have a tornado on the ground. A confirmed tornado now. So, the third tornado of the day. What's a good radar with velocity on PC for free? So, there isn't really not any radars with velocity that are free on PC. Sadly, there's none. Pretty sure. So you kind of have to spend money for that. But if you're spending money, it's something cheapest is radar scope. I know it's $30, but it's basically the cheapest option for you there. So yeah. Kind of sucks, but yeah, we have a confirmed tornado on the ground. Yes, I'm saying this. A tornado is on the ground. A observed confirmed tornado was located over Oakville, or 13 miles northwest of Columbia. Damaging tornado radar confirmed a tornado. So if you're in Tilton, Oakville, Society Hill, Ebenezer, Bethel, Bassfield, Cantwell Mill, and Goss, and Improve in Mississippi, you need to get to your safe shelter immediately here, as you have a tornado on the ground. I can't share enough. Take shelter immediately. Radar did confirm a tornado from an isolated CC drop, so this could have been a weak and brief one, as it might not be on the ground anymore. It could, but it might not. But this could also just be recycling. But really, this storm is kind of starting to congeal a little bit too much. If it really gets its characteristics back, it could. But there's actually two little areas that are tornado rotation. But this is kind of a big storm that's trying to form now. So it's kind of not really best here. Yeah, we have 4 tornado warnings. Actually, we have a new tornado warning that got issued here. Oh, Yazoo City. So if you're in Yazoo City, Eden, Coxburg, Eulagie, Eden, Carter, Hitty, and Shackleford, up over to Yazoo City. Will Zone, you need to be taking safety precautions immediately. This does include Interstate 16 and 49 west near Yazoo City. Yazoo City is a pretty populated area, so you need to be taking your safety precautions immediately, as you are under a tornado warning. See, rotation's not very strong right now, but you still need to be taking your safety precautions here with this storm. So yeah, I could end up strengthening produce the tornado, so you definitely be taking your safety precautions there. Whoa! Both of these storms are rotating pretty significantly. I wouldn't be surprised if these got warned potentially in the future. Little Sunflower, Kansas Landing, Issaquah. There's these areas for tornado predation, those supercells. How is this not warned? Can you explain to me, guys? Explain to me why this thing is not warned? No, just $30 normally, Vezer. Just $30 normally. I'm not in the I'm not in the way of the weather. I'm in Missouri, so yeah, it's no radar scope is off the Microsoft store. So just on the Microsoft store, you just search it up on there. So over here near Little Sunflower, there's this area of rock gradation. It's actually decently significant. And near Onward, there's two different areas of rock gradation that's very concerning there. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if those things got warned. I'm gonna send that to the to my group chat here. One sec. So, alright. Guys, if you have any questions, I will answer them. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you're well aware during future video weather here. Everybody, thanks to everyone for the support on the channel here. Everybody, thanks for the support. Means so much to me. I'm just trying to pull up something. One sec here. So, yeah, we just have a lot of tornado warnings here. The main thing we're really going to focus on is the confirmed tornado right now. So we're going to pull us back up here. If you're near Tilton, Society Hill, Goss, Bethel, Bassfield, and Cantwell Mill, take shelter immediately. Here's your honorary tornado warning. In fact, that's confirmed on the ground potentially. So that's why you do need to be getting to your safe spot there immediately. Thanks everybody for all the support on the channel here. It means so much to me. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you're well aware in the future. This viewer weather here. I can't stress enough. Get this out to as many people as you can so they can be well aware here. Look at all these supercells forming. This is already getting more significant as a lot of storms are forming. I mean, if any of these storms start to rotate, they could go on the ground. I'm saying that they could. So it's something to be paying attention to significantly. What do you mean, French bug? Confused. So yeah, thanks everybody for all the support. Yeah, definitely make sure. Thanks everybody for 14 viewers. Wow, it means a lot to me here. Yeah, definitely take shelter in Bassfield, Cantwell Mill, Oakvale. Wow, this thing is heading straight for Oakvale. That area triangulation where we could potentially have a confirmed tornado on the ground. It doesn't really look like there's a tornado on the ground from radar, but I'm just going to trust that what the National Weather Service is saying and say that there is still a tornado on the ground right now. But yeah, that could change, but yeah, it does say there's a tornado on the ground. I'm also very paying attention to Yazoo City. If you guys have any questions, I will answer them here too. You were in Acadia yesterday, and that's the closest to watch. Wow, yeah. Wait, Acadia. Is that near Lake Charles? Not sure, but yeah, definitely be taking shelter in Yazoo City, Eden, Carter, Coxburg, Shackleford, and Uwagi, and Torville. This is heading straight towards Interstate 49 near Yazoo City. So you need to be taking getting your safety precautions immediately there for Interstate 49 and 49 West near Yazoo City. The rotation is not very significant with this storm, which is always a good sign, but we do need to be paying attention to this. Also, the storm near Kansas Landing has stopped rotating. Not as much, so that's pretty good sign there. We're also going to pull up, we have many tornado warnings that are in effect here. Many tornado warnings. So yeah, I can't stress this enough, guys. This is a dangerous situation. Share this to your family and friends and get this out to people so they can just be well aware. And this always helps. You know, it always helps. So to get this out to people. We also have a tornado warning in effect for a very populated area of what's it called? I keep forgetting. Natchitoches, in Louisiana, and Vienna, Bend, Natchez, St. Maurice to Wheeling, Mount Zion, Atlanta, Whitford, and Cooley, and Five Forks. In Louisiana, take shelter now. There is a little area of recreation there, but it's not the strongest. But you still need to be taking shelter as a tornado warning is in effect. There might not be a tornado on the ground right now, but treat it like it is a tornado on the ground and get to your safety precautions. Get to your safe spot there with this storm. All right. So, oh wow, that's cool, Evan. Yeah, it's a nice place. Yeah, it is a pretty nice place. They'll be fine. The main part of the storm is to the south of there. So, take shelter here in Wisner. Take shelter. Make sure you're getting your safety precautions here for Wisner, Winsboro, Silsey Island, and Gilbert, Dixie Landing, and Harris Landing. This is kind of in an area where it's really hard to see good radar. It's very hard to see good radar here. But you have to be taking your safety precautions. I can't tell I can't see the area of triangulation, but I can't tell how strong it is because of the fact that radar is so bad there. Very bad area where radar. So. Oh. So another tornado warning has been issued, a new tornado watch I meant. So there is a particularly dangerous situation tornado watch that is in effect right now. The PDS, a particularly dangerous situation tornado watch, is actively in effect still. But we also have a new tornado watch issued, which is just a normal, not a particularly dangerous situation, just a normal tornado watch here. And it's not including Birmingham because of the cooling that's ongoing with this. So yeah, something we're really paying attention to here. One sec, I'm gonna try to change something for the tornado watch. Alright, so yeah, we do have that other tornado watch that is actively in effect. Just to the areas near Birmingham. Not in Birmingham, but pretty close to there. So definitely be prepared there. Yeah, tornado watch for Alabama. Definitely that. One sec, guys. I'll be right back. I gotta use the bathroom. So yeah, be right back. I'm gonna put the BR back sign. Be right back. So I'm gonna put up the BR back sign here. You bought it? Nice. That's awesome. There. That's cool. Great. Be right back. back here, guys. Thanks, Clemson. Thanks a lot. That means a lot to me. So let's see. That tornado watch is in effect for just that little area in Alabama. More tornadoes are moderate, and EF2 plus tornadoes are moderate. So 6%, 40% is the probabilities. Few tornadoes likely with a couple intense tornadoes possible across that area. So yeah, definitely be prepared there. Yeah. Hello, Chris. Ooh, this storm here. Well, that's extremely supercellular. Near Ford's Corner. It's not in the best area since it's not rotating that much because it's not in the best area. But if this was in the environment moderate risk, that would be really bad because like that's a significant supercell. But yeah, definitely be taking shelter in Atlanta, Gully. You don't need to be taking shelter anymore in that populated area. But Wheeling, St. Maris, and Churchill, and Atlanta, Whitford, as this is your area here, that's definitely that area there. That's a pretty significant supercell right now. Let's put up high-res velocity. Rotation is extremely weak at the moment, so that's something that I'm not really too concerned for, which is good. Yeah, definitely be taking your safe spot here. So yeah, we actually do also have this surrounding effect. We're going to pull this up here. Take shelter immediately in Wisner, Dixie Landing, and Harris Landing. There's that air tornado coordination. Radar kind of sucks here, but yeah, definitely be taking your safety precautions there. We still do have this confirmed tornado here. This is kind of bad now again because it's kind of separating into its own supercell now. But here, take shelter in Bassfield, Society Hill, Goss, and Bethel, and Tilton. As you're under a tornado warning effect, there's an area of tornado coordination here. It's not the strongest. You definitely definitely need to be getting your safe spot here immediately with this storm. Also, this area of tornado coordination up here, just north of Oakville, originally the main area of tornado coordination, but it's kind of embedded in all the rain, so it's not really as concerning anymore, which is always good. So yeah, there has been a new extension here. So just to south of Vicksburg, Warrenton, Newellton, you can be taking your safety precautions as you're under a new radar indicated tornado warning here. That storm to the south still says it's observed. I don't think it's on the ground yet still. But yeah, definitely be taking shelter as this is your area where this is concerning here. Dixie Landing is your area of tornado coordination right there. So definitely need to be concerned there. Harris Landing and Dixie Landing and New White and Newellton. You'll be taking your safety precautions. Also take shelter here in Yazoo City, Eden, Coxburg, Uwagi, Shackleford, and Carter and Hitty. As you are under tornado warning in effect, there's multiple different supercells with this. This one down here is rotating a little bit too, which is now in the tornado warning right here. That's something concerning. And the storm here near Renshaw is also concerning. This is for a populated area of Yazoo City right now at the moment. This area up here is just, it's kind of in a lot of cooling right now. That's why there's not a lot of storms. Well, there's a lot of storms. It's mainly almost a line right now, and these storms are kind of weak. Here near Eupora, it says a tornado possible severe thunderstorm warning, but rotation is pretty weak right now, which is always a good sign. Well, that storm near Muldrow is rotating a little bit there, so that's certainly something we need to be paying attention to. But yeah, I'm kind of scanning around for his rotation. I'm going to put this to velocity and just check every area, every storm that exists right now for rotation. Wow, that's pretty strong there near Society Hill and over here So yeah, Bassfield, Bethel, Carson, take shelter immediately. Is 2 different areas of accreditation right now. So now I'm gonna pull up the rotation for these storms. A little bit. Yeah, looks like these storms are the only ones really rotating right now. Wow, this one is rotating a bit now. Ooh. Yeah, that's a significant supercell. It's not in the best environment, but that is a pretty significant supercell with that special weather statement. Rotation is starting to rotate there, actually. Can definitely tell that. Yeah, definitely take shelter here near Atlanta, Whitford, and Five Forks, Beale Crossing, Wareham Crossing, in Louisiana. Still take shelter here in Bassfield. There's that tornado warning. Pretty significant, strong rotation right now. This is basically the main focus is these storms because there's not a lot of other storms to take. Okay, this I'm really concerned across this area right here. Is where I'm concerned. Right in that area. Also near Yazoo City here, in Eden, Coxburg, Eulagie is where we do have a tornado running effect. Multiple areas of accreditation here, so definitely be prepared there. Take shelter. There might not be a tornado on the ground right now, but you treat this storm like there is one and take shelter. Hello, Jason. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, my beer back is still there. Oh, man. My bad. Thanks for telling me that. I'm not sure how much it is, but I don't think it's too much. So, yeah, I updated that. Thanks for changing. Thanks for telling me that in the chat there. I had no clue. Thanks everybody for tuning into the stream here. It means so much to me. Looks like we had a lot of viewers and that kind of just went down here, but still thanks for all the support, guys. Man, there's so many tornado warnings getting issued. Now that storm with their tornado accreditation is warned. And there's a lot of warnings. There is so many warnings. Radar scope. Yep. Definitely still take shelter in Bassfields. Apparently is not radar indicated, but yeah, definitely be taking shelter there. Society Hill too. Hathorn. Radiation is significantly weak in there, which is always good. It's still taking your safety precautions. There's also a storm behind it that's rotating a bit too. So. Okay, Vezzer. Take shelter near Newellton and Warrenton right now, guys. Yucatan, Landing, Rocky Springs, Yokina, New Light. There's an air tornado nation in a supercell. With a tornado warning right now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tornado warnings active. So we're going to take a look at this new tornado warning here. In that area, I was kind of paying attention to. Here, so if you're in Zwolle, Geneva, Ford's Corner, Isla, Milam, Negrete, you need to be taking your safety precautions as you have a tornado warning actively in effect. It does expire in 47 minutes here. This is the area. It's definitely pretty strong there. That is your air tornado accreditation. That's actually decently significant. Something we need to be paying attention to is this is a dangerous looking supercell too with this. So yeah, definitely be paying attention to that there. So I'm actually... So yeah, this is definitely pretty bad here. Something we need to be paying attention to. 1 second, I'm gonna put this on. Hello, guys. There is a tornado warning in effect. This does include Zool over towards Fourth Corner, Geneva, Isla, and Milam. You need to be taking your shade spot. It's a significant supercell here. That is your area tornado gradation right there. Right here actually is your area tornado gradation. So take shelter immediately. This is a significant looking supercell here. Near Texas. So take shelter immediately, guys. I can't resist this enough. Take shelter near here, guys. Bye. Alright, I just had to put that on. It's going to be going on to YouTube Shorts. Yeah, this is pretty bad here, guys. Definitely need to be taking your state precautions here. Geneva, that is your air tornado gradation right there. I'm mainly focused on this rotation as a leak and a little bit on the last game, but there's definitely something we need to be paying attention to. Over here near Atlanta, Wheeling, Cooley, and Whitford, we still do have this tornado warning in effect here with that area of tornado gradation. It's not the strongest thing, but you still need to be taking your state precautions here. That we're getting into a better area of radar already here near Jackson, which is always a good sign. So yeah, definitely be taking your safety precautions here in Newellton, Tenzin Bluff, Zas Bluff, and New Light, Yokana. Take shelter immediately, as you would do over a tornado warning in effect here. You also have this tornado warning to the south of Yazoo City, Coxburg here. That is a significant, whoa, that is a dangerous looking supercell. Extremely dangerous. So take shelter immediately in Yazoo City. I can't stress this enough. There is that air tornado condition. It's not the strongest, but I still repeat, you need to be taking your safety precautions immediately, as that's a significant looking supercell there. Oof, that is not looking good. That is not looking good indeed. So yeah, this is definitely pretty bad here. We have a lot of storms. Storm near Minden doesn't really look as concerning. Ooh, Dubach. This storm here near Dubach. That is a storm is a supercell. Not rotating too much, which is always a good sign that storm isn't rotating too much. But yeah, I can't stress this enough, guys. Take shelter immediately. Alright, here. Definitely be taking shelter near Geneva, Islas. You do have this supercell in your area here. That's an area tornado gradation. This could strengthen and produce a tornado, so it's definitely something to be paying attention to. Yeah, that's definitely pretty significant there. We're gonna go back. We haven't really checked out this storm in a while, man. 250-inch hail with this. Bassfield, Society Hill, Bethel, and Carson, Cantwell Mill take shelter immediately in Ebenezer, as this is a significant supercell. I mean, look at that. Geez, that's significant. Look at the inflow coming into that storm. Look at that inflow notch. That is absolutely significant looking. This is basically the area where the supercell is. That's basically it right there. And this is your track rotation right here. Take shelter immediately here. That's it. Your track rotation heading straight for Ebenezer. But I don't know if we have a tornado on the ground right now, but he's still going to be taking shelter immediately. That's a very concerning storm. That's indeed a very concerning storm. Huh. That's funny, Maple Syrup. At least you didn't get a blizzard. Yeah. Yeah, that's good that you didn't get a blizzard. That's definitely the better sign. Can't stress this enough, guys. Take shelter immediately here. Near Bassfield, there's big hail near Bassfield. Bethel, Cantwell Mill, Carson. As you can see, this is the area where a tornado could form. I mean, this is heading straight for Ebenezer. Look at that area target radiation. Significant. Bethel, Ebenezer, Morris, Melba, Bassfield. Take shelter. Cantwell Mill, Morris, Carson. Take shelter immediately. Sierra target gradation. This thing does strengthen. It could easily. This rotation does strengthen. It could easily produce a tornado on this. So definitely not good. Definitely not good. Something you guys definitely need to be paying attention to. So, yeah. Take shelter immediately to south of Vicksburg, Warrenton, Newellton. Take shelter now, guys. I'm getting a little tired. So much talking. Yazoo City, Jonestown. Definitely be taking your city precautions here. Coxburg, Uology. Take shelter immediately. Eupora, Tom Nolan, Walthall. Take shelter immediately. Says your target gradation right here. That's a wow, that's actually a significant. I mean, not take shelter in these areas. Sorry, that's a weird thunderstorm warning. So don't take shelter in Newport, Tom Nolan. But this could get warned here. Said there is its air gradation right there, and that's significant hook echo. So that might get warned eventually here. But yes, remain your safe spot in Yazoo City. Oh, this is a significant supercell heading into Yazoo City, Jonestown, Yazoo Junction, Renshaw. If you guys are on Interstate 49 West near Yazoo City, get off that road now and get to your safe spot. There is an air track gradation right here. If it does strengthen, it could produce a tornado. As this is just a significant. That's a significant looking supercell here. The storm near Bassfield. Wow, that's significant looking. All these storms are kind of crazy looking storms with this. So yeah. We're also going to pull up this storm near Geneva, Isla, Zwolle, and Loring here. So take shelter immediately in those areas right now as you are under a tornado warning that is actively in effect. Here, Geneva, especially, you need to be taking your safety precautions there. It says your tornado gradation right here. It's something on the weaker side right now, but if it does strengthen, it could produce a tornado. So definitely be taking your safety precautions there. That's why they do issue these tornado warnings. Still take shelter here in Bassfield, Sumrall Seminary, over to Bethel here. Ebenezer, the storm is pretty significant. You know what I haven't pulled up in a while? The National Weather Service SVC. I'll take a look in a sec, but that's definitely pretty strong area tornado now showing there. So yeah, I'm going to pull up the Storm Prediction Center. I'll watch possible where that storm was near Ebenezer. 60%. Oh, there's a new watch. New watch. Another watch has been issued. Another severe thunderstorm. I'm at tornado watch. It is in effect now. Where a few tornadoes are possible in that area. This is under where the storm near Ebenezer is heading, near Hattiesburg. There's that new tornado watch issued. Not as PDS like the area near Yazoo City. That area is under PDS tornado watch. But in Jackson, those areas. But the other areas is where that is. So it was actually a tornado warning heading straight for Jackson almost. But that's something maybe you need to be paying attention to in the future. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, guys, for weather during the future. Severe weather here. Yeah, that's definitely pretty significant there. Wow. Another tornado watch is in effect. Wow. Wow, that storm near Ebenezer, still very strong there. Oh, another tornado warning is now up for up here, so I'll take a look at that in a sec. It's not up, it's not showing on here yet, but on or Omega, yeah, but it's showing on WSV3. So yeah, I'm gonna pull that up in a sec. So, thanks everybody for all the support. It means so much to me. It really does. Send it seriously to your family and friends to the weather during future severe weather on the channel here. For this event. Yeah, definitely get your shade precautions. Here. Take shelter still in Bassfield, Cantwell Mill, Sumrall, Seminary, Bethel, and Ebenezer. This is zero tornado gradation. Pretty significant right now. It's a pretty strong area. It's observed now. A new confirmed tornado. So we have a tornado on the ground here near Bassfield that just went past Ebenezer. So we just had a tornado that just went past Ebenezer here. This is a confirmed tornado, damaging tornado on the ground. So take shelter immediately in Bassfield, Cantwell Mill, Mount Horeb, as this is a significant area of tornado gradation. And we have a tornado actively on the ground. That might be actually the CC, maybe. But yeah, definitely be taking your safety precautions immediately as we have a tornado on the ground. Also, this storm here, we have tornado warning now in effect in that area as I was talking about. Eupora, Starkville, Spring Valley, Double Springs, Starkville, Theba, and Palestine. Double Springs Reform. Take shelter immediately here. There's an area tornado condition that's not very strong right now, but you still need to be taking your super precautions here. This is definite supercellular thunderstorm that is ongoing at the moment here. Yeah, Bassfield, Bethel, Seminary, take shelter immediately as you still are under this it's confirmed tornado active here near Bassfield. Wow. So yeah, definitely be taking your safety precautions. We're mainly going to be focused on this confirmed tornado, but we'll focus on some other storms too. Near the Toledo Bend Reservoir here, we'd have a tornado warning effect for Isla, Alliance, and Swolis. Air tornado conditions passing the Toledo Bend Reservoir right now. There's this area tornado condition, as you can actively see from this supercell. It's not very strong. You still need to be taking your safety precautions here near Swole and Isla. There at the moment. So yeah, definitely be prepared in these areas. If you guys have any questions, I will answer them. Please make sure to, as you can actively share to your family and friends so the weather during future severe weather on the channel here. Thanks everybody for all the support here. Oh man. Oh wow, 1 second guys. Newton, Warrenton, take shelter still. There's an air tornado condition. It's kind of weak right now, but yes, still take shelter. Whoa! To that storm north of Yazoo City, there's that supercell. That's pretty strong rotation. So Coxburg, Eulogy, Eden, you have another storm heading your way. With a even stronger air tornado condition right there. So take shelter as that is a tight couplet of tornado condition there. We might actually have a confirmed tornado. We might have a confirmed tornado right over there. So yeah, that might be a tornado on the ground, maybe not, but still, I can't resist this enough. Take shelter immediately. Also, still being in your safe spot in Eupora, Valley View, Starkville. The rotation has strengthened on the last scan here, so definitely still be taking your safety precautions there, as it is your tornado rotation at the moment ongoing. So yeah, definitely take shelter immediately here with this storm. Bassfield, Cantwell Mill, Seminary, Mont Horeb, and Union and McDonald and Santee take shelter immediately. This is your supercell that is ongoing at the moment with that very tight couplet of tornado rotation. A lot of contamination with this, but this is a strong area of rotation with that confirmed CC drop here. This storm should be PDS. because that's a big area where there's a CC. That's a huge CC. Yeah, that might need to be PDS. Definitely take shelter there near Bassfield. That's pretty concerning. Definitely pretty concerning. Wow. Alright, one sec, guys. We're back now. I think some of the PDS watch got cut off. Yeah, there's definitely that CC near Cantwell Mill. Could have just had a potential strong tornado head through. Looks like the rotation's weakened pretty significantly, so it might be fading out a little bit more. I think we still have a tornado on the ground. Yeah, we still have a tornado on the ground. As you can see, this is your CC right there over Cantwell Mill. And it's heading towards Seminary, so I-49 near Seminary in Mississippi, take shelter immediately. Near Cantwell Mill, so definitely be taking your safety precautions there. Here. Definitely that. If we go back to this other storm here that still has a tornado running near Zwol, we're going to take a look at if there's still some rotation with it. It's only in the weaker side right now. Storm's kind of struggling. But yeah, still take shelter here with this. Yeah, Bassfield took a big hit with this tornado. Kansas enough for the future areas with this tornado. Take shelter immediately in Cantwell Mill, Mount Horeb, Seminary, in those areas here. This is your correlation coefficient drop right there. So the tornado is still on the ground, but it could be fading out and weakening just a tad bit. But yeah, it's still what we are talking about. Wow, it's pretty crazy there. Two different areas, multiple different areas of tornado gradations right now, guys. That's your big CC right now. So take each other now near Cantwell Mill, Bassfield. The reason I'm not looking at the other storms is because this is an area that just took a big hit here. I'm just gonna show a storm near Pierce, Crossroad, Yazoo City. You no longer on the storm warning, so you don't need to take shelter anymore. But Coxburg, Eden, Uwaugie, still be taking your safety precautions here, as this is your area of tornado gradation. Right there is your area of tornado gradation, so you need to be taking your safety precautions immediately there. It is a definite supercell here. Also, still be in your safe spot near. New confirmed tornado. So a confirmed tornado was located. New confirmed tor. Take shelter now here in northeastern Choctaw, northern Tiba, Tibaha in southeastern Webster and western Clay counties, as there's a damaging tornado. Weather spars did confirm a tornado with this storm. The rotation is right here to the south of Mathiston, so across this area, it's not very significant, but wow, that's actually might be a CC drop here near Sherwood. Maybe. That might actually be CC drop. That might be a tornado on the ground that just took a direct hit. So yeah, definitely be taking your safety precautions here. Yeah, Sherwood need to be taking your safety precautions, as that might be a tornado just headed through that area. Starkville, Feba, Cairo, you have a confirmed tornado on the ground here, so take shelter immediately there. Wow, that's not good. Still for the storm near Yazoo City, rotation strengthening. Whoa, that rotation just strengthened significantly. We could see a tornado on the ground here soon if this rotation continues. I wouldn't be surprised. That rotation is so significant. I won't be surprised if there's a tornado on the ground. There ends up being a tornado on the ground there. Oh. Still no skill discussion for significant tornado threats. If you guys have any questions, I will answer them here on the channel. I definitely promise you that. Yeah, definitely get to your safe spot here. Wow. Wow, definitely a wow. Yeah, whoa, that storm near Vicksburg, there's no longer a tornado running there. Honestly, that storm's kind of just congealing into a line, and I don't think the tornado threat's really going to be as bad there anymore, which is always a good sign. I'm really concerned about these storms ahead of it right here, especially that storm near Yazoo City in that prime area. Some of these supercells could start to sustain and produce tornadoes potentially. But let's look back at this storm. But it looks to be weakening significantly. Let's see if there's still a CC drop on it. Looks like there might be an isolated one, unless that's contamination. The tornado could have lifted here, as that tornado running that rotation kind of has weakened. Yes, I see the rotation near Bassfield. There was originally a tornado on the ground, potentially even a big tornado there. So definitely something pretty bad there. So, but looks like it's weakened pretty significantly. But still take shelter near on I-49 near Seminary. So, yeah. If you look at the GR2 analyst, there was reports of a tornado. Debris reported too. Possible structural damage. Yeah, that's definitely not good. But, yep. It's definitely not good. Just to the south of Collins here, Bassfield, still take shelter here, as there is that area gradation. It's not very. Oh, it's kind of starting to sustain a little more, but it's still not the strongest thing. So we could still have a tornado on the ground here, but it looks like this storm has weakened a bit. So yeah, we could still have a tornado on the ground. But yeah, definitely take shelter. We also have this area gradation near Zeglerville, Ebenezer, up to Uwagi, Coxburg, Oh, this is a different Ebenezer in Mississippi. A different Ebenezer, by the way. This isn't. It's like multiple Ebenezers. Yeah, there's multiple Ebenezers in Mississippi. So the one in northern Mississippi, Ebenezer, in Zeiglerville, Coxburg, Pine Grove, Richland, and Uwagi in northern Mississippi. Take shelter immediately. Is this area of tornado coordination right there? I don't think there's a tornado on the ground right now, but you still need to be taking your safety precautions immediately there. So that's definitely a supercell. It's pretty concerning here. Also take shelter with this confirmed tornado near Starkville, Eupora, Carroll, Palestine, Double Springs, and Spring Valley here, as we do have this area of tornado coordination. Honestly, based on the area that the rotation's at, this doesn't really look like there's a tornado on the ground still, but still definitely be taking your safety precautions with this storm. Could still be a tornado on the ground, though. If we go back to this other little tornado running near Zwolle, Loring still takes shelter in Zwolle and Loring. Rotation is really weak, and I wouldn't be surprised if they cancel this tornado warning, but still get your safe spot there. Yeah. Been out live for about an hour and 34 minutes. Which is pretty cool. Wow. Yeah, we have many of these storms right now. It's pretty crazy. You guys have any questions? I will answer them. See, this is not really close to becoming a derecho, isn't it? No, this is not a derecho. Not at all close to being a derecho. These storms are actually, one sec. These storms are actually in the way of supercells. So, oh, they did extend the warning. Okay. Oh yeah, they did extend. They extended a warning, but it doesn't seem like it's called Goodman where they extended it. Yeah, they did make an extension. Oh, this storm, they made an extension. Yeah. Take shelter now in Coast, I don't know, I'm probably not saying this right, but Kosciuszko, Durant, Fordic, West Edsville, and Pierce's Chapel, Waltona Springs, and McCool, Ethel there. There's two different supercells, which the main one being this one is the main area, and this one right here is just the extra one. With that, this is the main supercell with the main area of tornado coordination. These are both rotating, but the main area of tornado coordination is the one near Fordic in Mississippi here. So I'm going to be taking your safety precautions there. That is a significant looking supercell. And if that does end up strengthening a little more, it could end up producing a tornado. We also have an extended tornado warning for Robeline, Fort Jessup, over to Marthaville and Belmont and Loring, and Zwolle. So take shelter in those areas immediately, as you do have an area of tornadic rotation right now. So definitely be taking your safety precautions with this storm. Also, still be in your safe spots. There's still a confirmed tornado for Starkville, Devil Springs, Theba, over to Palestine and Cairo at the moment. Just to the south of Mabon is your area of tornadic radiation right there to the south of Mabon at the moment. Still have this observed tornado warning in effect for Collins, south of Collins and Seminary, and I-49 near Seminary. Low Town is where this thing is heading in Mount Horeb. This is your area of recordation still. But looks like this thing is really significantly weakened. I wouldn't be surprised if there's not a tornado on the ground anymore, as this thing is really significantly weakened. Here, it's definitely significantly weakened. Rotation couplets, yeah. Alright. Wow, there are rain maze. Yeah, it has been raining for you, but that doesn't mean it's 2021. It's not anything close to 2021. But just to know for your area rain maze where it's raining right now, for your area rain maze, it might be raining right now, but you're just a few miles away from snow. So this thing's about to transition into snow. Actually, it's a big line of rain forming here. Just to the north of my area is a big storm. Wow. See that? There's a big storm just to the north of my area. Yeah, they could freeze, but that stuff does seem to be changing into... This thing does seem to be changing into... so... Changing a little bit, so... 1 second, guys. Thanks everybody for all the support here. Thanks everybody for all the support on the channel. Make sure to still get your safe spot here near just south of Collins near Mount Horeb Seminary. They're still saying this is an observatory. Actually, rotation strengthened significantly. That's actually a strong area of tornadic rotation now that I'm seeing. Luckily, there's not really a CT drop, so it might not be confirmed still. But that rotation couplet's looking like it could potentially be on the ground here. Also, know this tornado warning still in effect for Fordyke, Goodman, Durant, Kosciuszko, over to Multnomah Springs, West McCool. So take shelter there immediately. Definitely be taking your safe spots. Rotation isn't very strong with that, as it's kind of cleared up a little bit, which is always a good sign, but still be taking your safe spot. Then the other tornado warning that we have in effect, we're not really paying attention too much on those severe thunderstorm warnings, but we do have one for Ola, Grayson, and Kelly, Clarks, and Columbia at the moment. We definitely do have that. So definitely be paying attention to that too. Robeline, Fort Jessup, and Marthaville, over to Belmont and Shamrock, Lawrenceville. Still have this tornado warning effect. Rotation seems really weak right now, so I wouldn't be surprised if this tornado warning expires. But this still is a supercellular thunderstorm with it, so. Alright, we're back, guys. Sorry about that. Still be taking your safety precautions here. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to, 350. We're only one subscriber away from 350 subscribers. Thanks a lot for that, guys. Make sure to check out my new YouTube shorts that I made of the 21 years as well. Here near Seminary, south of Collins. Take shelter immediately with these tornado warnings here. There might be a confirmed tornado still with this, but I'm not sure. It's funny how the radar's saying there's a little CC drop right there. I don't think that's a CC drop. I think that's just contamination because there's no rotation with that. But still, this area of rotation pretty strong, heading straight for I-49 near Seminary and Gansey. So I'm going to take shelter there, but luckily there's no CC with this, so it's kind of saying that there probably isn't a tornado on the ground right now. Also take shelter near Goodman, Durant, Kosciuszko, Pierce's Chapel, Shady Grove, and Multnomah Springs and McCool, and Fordyke, as we do have an area tornado condition. It's pretty weak right now, but still, you need to be taking your safety precautions still. With this at the moment, I have been talking so much. What do you guys think? I mean, you guys have to admit, I've been talking quite a bit. This is a lot of talking. I'm almost feel like I'm losing my voice. So, like, yeah. Just can't stop talking, you know? Thanks everybody for all the support here on the channel. So, definitely still be prepared here, guys. Alright, guys. So make sure you guys are in your safe spot here. How about Starkville, Mississippi, Paul? So Paul, near Starkville, Mississippi, there was originally a tornado warning for your area, but looks like that tornado warning has stayed out of your area. So there in Starkville, you can get out of your safe spot now. As the storm headed towards the north of you, the tornado warning. So you were under tornado warning, but now you're not. So you can get out of that safe spot there. So I hope that's pretty good. Valley View, Feba, and Cairo to the north of Starkville still needs to be in their safe spot. So if you're in the north of Starkville, still need to be in your safe spot. But if you're in Starkville and towards the south of Starkville, then you can get out of your safe spot now with this. So, yeah, thanks everybody for all the support here. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so your weather ordering features of your weather here, guys. We're one subscriber away from 350, so whoever gets there, it'd be pretty amazing. That'd be awesome. So, thanks everybody. take shelter in Kosciuszko, Durant, Goodman. Make sure you're still in your safe spot. There is multiple areas of tornado gradation here. So take shelter to the north of Starkville, Cedar Bluff, and remain in your safe spot for the storm near Shamrock, Robeline, Marthaville, Bayou, Ski. There is this area of tornado gradation that's starting to strengthen again now, so I guess they need to keep the tornado warnings that's re-strengthened again, so that's something we need to be paying attention to. It's not the strongest right now. We still definitely need to be paying attention to that. Also take shelter still in Willtown, Bethel, McDonald, Mount Horeb. Take shelter immediately. This is a strong area, couple of rotations still ongoing. This is a long-lived supercell. This is one of those long-track supercells that originally produced a tornado that luckily isn't anymore. It looks like right now we don't have any confirmed tornadoes that are actively ongoing, which is always a good sign, but you still need to be taking your safety precautions in some of these tornado warnings that are actively ongoing here. Yeah, definitely remain in your safe spot there. One second, I'm seeing if I should change this. Yeah, I kind of like that better. Take shelter now in Kosciuszko, Goodman still. They are still under tornado warning effect. Also remain in your safe spot near Starkville Valley View. I meant not in Starkville, but north of Starkville right now. Take shelter in Willtown, Bethel. So there's that area of tornado gradation still. My hands are hurting from all this moving. Wow. Huh. Yeah, my hands are hurting. My hands are definitely hurting, huh? There's a line of storms near Illinois right now. Still active. Right there. Just to the north of me. This storm's heading straight for Jackson right now. Luckily, it's not too bad. So, yeah, thanks everybody for all the support here. Definitely means a lot to me. And make sure to subscribe to the channel so you are well aware for future severe weather still. With this, take shelter in Kosciuszko, Durant, West Ethel, Goodman. It says there is an area of tornado gradation there near Goodman. Starting to strengthen a little bit there, so definitely be preparing there. Also take shelter near Cedar Point, Valley View, Cedar Bluff. At the moment, you still don't have this area of tornado gradation. It's definitely on the weaker side, which is always good, but still definitely be taking your safety precautions here. Also take shelter near Collins, Willtown, Mount Horeb. Since we do have that air transportation. And no longer includes Starkville. Still area rotation near Wooltown. Thanks everybody for the retweets on my tweet. Thanks for that, everybody. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so your weather aware for future severe weather here, guys. Here. You know what I'm going to do? While we're live, I'm going to put some background music. Won't that be pretty nice? White bad. Let's see. One sec, guys. Okay, I'm not going to use that one. One sec. Yeah, we do have some background music here that I just kind of added. Oh, we have a new turner running, actually. So if you're an Ola, Clarks, Kelly, Standard, Holum, Grayson, those areas, take shelter immediately. A 0-2 warning actively in effect here. There's a supercellular thunderstorm with us too. There are some active track gradation with this here to the north of Standard. I'm actually going to change this music. I think I can find a better one, in my opinion. Alright. Just got some vibe to the music. You're in Starkville. Yeah, the rotation's to the north of Starkville, so you don't need to take shelter there. This storm near Ola and Standard, Spalding, Kelly, Clarks, Copenhagen, take shelter now. That is that area transportation right there. As you can see, right there is your area transportation. It's actually pretty strong. So yeah. Also, oh man, another storm heading towards there. Marthaville, Shamrock, Robeline, still take shelter here. So we got that turn warning. Extension to this warning here. So take shelter Laurel, Shady Oak, Sandersville, Mount Olive, Oh, that's strong. Whoa. Near Willtown. No rotation there. Shady Oak, Hebron, Pleasant Ridge, Laurel. Laurel is actually a decently populated region, so this area you need to be taking shelter immediately right now. In Laurel, Sandersville too. Take shelter immediately, especially this thing is heading straight for Bethel, so Bethel, take shelter immediately. Can't say this enough. If you're near I-84, near Laurel, take shelter now. Get off that road, take shelter immediately. This is a strong covenant rotation. I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up producing a tornado later on, if it recycles and produces a tornado. This has been a really long-lived rotating supercell here. So basically a long track rotation supercell or thunderstorm like this. Wow. Well, actually, some severe thunderstorm warnings that might help me not see them, so that's fine. You still take shelter near Shady Oak, Laurel, Bowery, Laurel. There is this area track creation. That might be something. Wait, it's kind of maybe not. Second, guys, I will be right back. I just gotta go do one little thing. One second. Alright, we're back, guys. Sorry, I just had to take a little bit minute of break. The update on Starkville. Nothing right now. You're good. Right, Starkville. We have an extension of the tournament running north of Starkville, though. So if you're in West Point, Colola Springs, Oakdale Park, Sherwood Forest, Waverly, Tibby, Caledonia, Vinton, and Weiss, take shelter immediately here. We do have this air transportation right here. That is your air transportation. It's not very strong, but it still is there, so definitely be paying attention to that. Definitely something you just need to be focused on. So yeah, definitely remain your safe spot there. Might not be a terminal around there, but treat it like there is. Here. What about the one heading, one in Koskosko? That one in Koskosko right now, which I don't know how to spell, that is just barely heading to the south of Starkville. Barely to the south right there. So, yeah. If you're in Kosciuszko, Salis, Earlyville, Piercy's Chapel, Multona Springs, McCool, and Ethel, and Williamsville, and Joseph, take shelter immediately. It says your area transportation right here. Around Earlyville, right there is your area transportation. There's that hail core and that supercellular thunderstorm. It's a big supercell here. That is your tornado. It's not very strong right now, but you still need to be taking your state of precautions here, because that could strengthen and produce a tornado. Ooh, a bunch of supercells forming right here. Did I get any rain? Sadly, this storm to the north of me. There's some storms to the north of me, but sadly they're not impacting me. It's a good thing and it's a bad thing, I guess I could say. Yeah, there's a lot of snow heading in your area, by the way, Rain Maves. There's a lot of snow coming your way. That could give you some definite accumulation, some pretty heavy snow too with it. Rain Maves. Yeah, there's some other supercells here starting to form. Still, take shelter near Hebron, towards Laurel, Mount Olive, Sandersville, Spring Hill, Shady Grove, Shady Oak, and Hebron. There's your air transportation. So I need some ready to drop through West Point earlier. Yeah. Play chase shelter here. Turn rotation is just barely to the south of West Point. Also, that is tornado warning effects, so take shelter here near Clarks, Hold'em, Grayson, Copenhagen, as your transportation right there, and you just need to take one little more break. I promise I'll be done in a sec. I just have to go get talk to my family for a sec. We're back. Thunderstorms, wow, that's crazy. Must be some thunder snow almost. There could be some thunder snow near you. Yeah, there's a little bit of snow really close to you. near Kosciuszko, Ethel, Pierce's Chapel, Earlyville, Salis. Still take shelter immediately here. You know that. Whoa! That tornado gradation is significantly strengthened near McAdam. It's pretty strong actually right now. Wouldn't be surprised if that produced a tornado later on. Could happen potentially. Take shelter still near West Point, Caledonia, Oakdale Park, Waverly, and Mississippi here. There's that area of tornado gradation. It's not too strong right now. Still definitely need to be taking your safety precautions here. Also take shelter here in Laurel, Shady Oaks, So-So, Mount Olive, Sandersville, and Bunner. There's that little area of tornado gradation there. It's not very strong. We still need to be taking your safety precautions here. This is the Supercell look with that classic Supercell look there. So make sure you guys are taking your safety precautions here. You'll still have this active. So Laurel, Sandersville, still get your safe spots. Sending straight for So. That rotation there. Full storm near Clarks and Holland, Copenhagen. Radar's kind of starting to get really bad here. Really spotty radar. Yes, so begin your safe spot there. Definitely begin your safe spot immediately there. So, yeah, definitely that. Wow, I've been live for 2 hours and 14 minutes. There's some snow heading towards your rain. Rain maves rain. Rain maves snow, more like snow maves. Wow, the rotation near Kosciuszko is pretty strong right now. I guess we'll mainly focus on this. We have this hookup near McAdam, Earlyville, Springdale, Pierce's Chapel, Liberty Chapel, McCool, Doge Chapel, Ethel, Quinn, Plantation, Providence, Williamsville, and Kosciuszko. You can take your safety precautions here. Is your current gradation right here? Looks like there's no CC, which is always a good sign. Still, you guys need to be taking your safety precautions there immediately. Definitely. Wow, yeah, the recent scan shows this rotation heading straight for Kosciuszko. No, straight for Kosciuszko. Some roads that are in the path for this are Road 19, 43, 12, and 35 near Kosciuszko. There's no major roads, major interstates, just some highways there. But yeah, there's definitely that. And Road 735 too, near Kosciuszko. Get out that road immediately if you're there. Ethel Plantation, those areas need to be taken straight precautions. This is where your uncle will be right there. I agree a little bit. Right now, the Kosciuszko storm, Paul, seems to be a little worse than the West Point. I'm probably speaking it wrong, to be honest. We'll take shelter near Soso, too, Gitano. Is there a tornado gradation right there? Oh, now we have a new confirmed tornado on the ground. We have a PDS large tornado on the ground, guys. The official large tornado on the ground. If you are in Harlem, Bowie, Winsboro, Swampers, take shelter immediately as you have a large, potentially violent tornado on the ground. Take shelter immediately. This is the rotation. It's not super strong, but we're really far away from the radar, so it's hard to tell. But we have a massive correlation coefficient drop right over that, so take shelter immediately near Winsboro. Massive correlation coefficient drop. Guys, we actively have a confirmed PDS, particularly dangerous situation, potentially large tornado on the ground here. This is a particularly dangerous situation. A confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado, particularly dangerous situation. Take shelter now. Rotation is pretty strong here. If you look at correlation coefficient, a massive correlation coefficient drop heading straight for Winsboro. Take shelter immediately in Winsboro. I'm posting a YouTube short. Alright guys, we have a large tree on the ground with a massive CC drought. This is doing extreme damage here. Take shelter immediately in Bowie, Littleville, Winsboro in Louisiana. If you are in those areas, I repeat right now, you need to get to your safe spot immediately. I can't resist this anymore. A large tornado is on the ground doing damage here. A large tornado. I repeat, a large tornado. Wow. Not good. We have a large tree on the ground. Wow. Oh, looks like it's cleared out a little bit on the last scan, but looks like we just had a large tornado. That might have just cleared up a little bit, but wow, that was a massive CC over Copenhagen. This thing could have been EF2 plus. Alas. Could have been EF2 plus. Take shelter now also in Mason. This confirmed tornado is still on the ground here. The CC has faded a little bit, but this is heading straight for Littleville. Take shelter in Liddyville, and Winsboro. This thing is heading straight for you. Take shelter immediately. I repeat, a observed tornado is still ongoing. It's no longer PDS. It is PDS still. Part of it. Yeah, this thing's pretty crazy. Yeah, still that little CC. It's not very big, but you still need to be taking your safety precautions here with this. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you're weather ordering future to be able to run the channel still. A confirmed PDS, but particularly dangerous situation, essentially large tornado on the ground here. Wow. We've been talking for 2 hours and 30 minutes. Still take shot there here near Moss, So. Whoa. A really tight couple of rotation here. Look how long lived this was. This thing was originally over here near, I remember when this thing was all the way over here. Wow. I'll take shelter in Moss, Blue Ridge, Stringer, Waldrop, Kelowna. Here, a strong, very tight coupled of rotation to the north of So and north of Amy. That could potentially have a tornado here. That might be a CC drop. That might be a correlation coefficient. Also, still nail your safe spot here in your plantation. You see a lot of this tornado running effect. Your plantation in Ethel. I haven't looked at this in a while since there's a lot of other stuff to focus on. Still take shots on West Point, Waverly, Oakdale Park, Calola Springs, and Caledonia. But this thing isn't rotating as much, but it is rotating. So, thanks so much, Paul P. Means a lot. So, yep. Still take shelter here near Winnsboro. As we still have this observed tornado, luckily it's no longer a particularly dangerous situation. It's now just a normal confirmed tornado. This is where a tornado was reported near Columbia. Still take shelter in Bowie, Liddyville, over to Winnsboro. There was a CC, but look like it's faded out of it. Sunrise Landing. There. Still take shelter here just to the West Point. This storm was kind of exited out of your area, so you no longer need to be in interstate spot there near West Point. But just to the east of West Point, you still need to be in interstate spot near Waverly, Oakdale Park, Calola Springs, Caledonia, and Sherwood Forest and Oakdale Park. You know, this area tornado gradation is still up and ongoing here. So that is what we were talking about. Yeah, tornado chance. It's actually a little bit later into the event now. We've been through a lot of the events so far. Oh, new severe potential. 40% chance of a new watch, large threat. Conditions are being monitored. 40% chance of a watch could get issued in North Tennessee for a large hail threat. Only 40%. Just remember that. So make sure you guys are in your safe spot here. Near Kosciuszko, Ethel, McCool, still remain your safe spot here. There is this area to gradation right here. So yeah, definitely remain your safe spots. Immediately here, there's that area to gradation still actively ongoing here. Also, take shelter in Kelowna, Moss, Stringer, and Fook. Whoa! Just to the west of Moss, there's a strong, very tight area to gradation. That's a very strong area. Yeah, Vezer, that's for your area. Is that there's a 40% chance of a watch. It says tornado watch, but that might just be a severe thunderstorm watch, Vezer. Because the tornado threat is much lower for you, Vezer. So mainly, it's probably going to mainly be hail. So it's going to be thunderstorm watch, most likely. If it does happen, it might not get issued, it might. It depends if a hail forms. Just the west of Moss, there's definitely that area of tornado right there. Pretty significant. Luckily, it doesn't look like there's a tornado on the ground right now, but you still need to remain in your safe spots. Immediately there is that definite area of a strong rotation. Actively ongoing. Yeah, definitely be taking shelter. Blue Ridge, this storm is heading straight for you. Right here, things heading northeast. Kelowna, Fort Falk, Blue Ridge, Stringer. There's this area to our predation. It's kind of broad, but it's very, it's strong though. We still actively have this observed tornado warning here. Near Winnsboro here. Looks like it could have lifted and could have just been a brief tornado, but it could have been actually strong. Maybe, I mean, most PDS, it could have been strong. There's potential there. We are really far away from the radar, so it's kind of hard to tell. But this thing might have faded out. It might not be on the ground anymore. We still need to be paying attention to this. We actually have a new tornado warning that's actively in effect now. This is an extremely bad area for radar, by the way. But, we have a new tornado warning that's actively been issued. So if you're in McGehee, over to Collins and Cominto, and south, extreme south, southeastern Arkansas, take shelter immediately as you have a tornado warning actively in effect. There is a little bit of rotation with this right there. Here, so something where you need to be taking your safety precautions immediately there. So, yeah, definitely be taking shelter. Storm near Caledonia, West Point, no longer in this tornado warning, so don't take shelter anymore. But Oakdale Park, Sherwood Forest, Calola Springs, Caledonia, Star, High Togi, or Millport, and Kennedy, and Alabama and Mississippi, take shelter immediately here as you are under a tornado warning. Rotation doesn't seem to be the strongest, but it's decently there here near Provost Highlands there. As you can definitely see that air tornado rotation. So that's something we need to be paying attention to at the moment. Yeah, definitely that. Still take shelter in Winnsboro. Go back to the storm south of Starkville. So not Starkville, you're clear right now. So there is a few more storms forming. So your risk isn't just finished yet, but it's close. It's close. But still take shelter here near Ethel, McCool, Louisville, and not Louisville, Kentucky, Louisville, Mississippi. We do have this area to gradation right around there. As you can see, it's still, and yes, that's That's why you guys need to be taking your safe spot. There might not be a tornado on the ground right now. Be silly, get to your shelter and take your safety precautions for this storm here. I just saw a tweet of a tornado. Oh, I see it's a severe thunderstorm watch potentially. Yeah, it's potential to be a severe thunderstorm watch. It's not that yet, but it's potential for its form. Is it tornado supposed to go? Nope. Sadly, actually not sadly, the good thing is that the storm near Kosciuszko is not heading toward Starkville. Which is definitely a good sign there. You are taking shelter still in Kelowna, Luke, Stringer, Moss. That's your interpretation right there, so we're going to be taking shelter. You might actually have a tornado here, maybe. Is there a very strong location there? It looks like there's something colliding with that there. But that might not be a CC because it's just very weak. So, whatever it is, be attention to it. Wow, there's reports of injuries. Take shelter still in Winsboro. Here. One second, guys. We're just trying to do some little thing. Ooh, we have another. Wait. It says it's confirmed, but it's not. I'm kind of confused. Confirmed now or something? Because my WC3 says it's confirmed. There's a storm down south. It says it's confirmed. Wait, no way. I'm still live. Chris, I'm live. Oh man, guys. We have a big tornado. We have a big tornado. We have a PDS alert. It's a particularly dangerous situation. PDS. A confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located to the south of Woodlawn. Take shelter immediately. It's a particularly dangerous situation. Take over now. A confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located over Caledonia. Look at that extremely strong rotation couplet right there. Oh, that CC is absolutely madness. That is a massive CC drop. Massive. That is a huge CC drop. I know, United brother. It's not going to be that bad, though. South of Woodlawn, a confirmed large tornado. Massive CC drop. Massive. That's a huge CC. Wow. That's a deep CC. Deep. We have a large tornado on the ground. I repeat, a large tornado south of Caledonia. A large tornado. Here, guys. This is a large tornado on the ground. I repeat, a large, violent tornado. If you're Millport, Kaitogi, over towards Kennedy, Star, Caledonia, Woodlawn, take shelter immediately. A violent, not a violent, but a large tornado. A strong, large tornado. I repeat, a large tornado is coming your way. It's not the deepest and still, but this is a big tornado. I'm just saying, that's an extremely deep CC. This is extremely dangerous, guys. If you're in the south of Woodlawn, take shelter immediately. This is a large tornado south of Caledonia, south of Woodlawn. A massive CC. We're seeing big damage right now. This is really bad. The rotation's extremely strong right now, actually. If we switch to this radar, I'm going to switch to it on GR2 Analyst. You have several friends in Eddyville, Kentucky. Are they all safe? In Eddyville, Kentucky. Basically, anybody right now in Kentucky is pretty safe. I don't know where Eddyville is exactly, but most of Kentucky's safe. Almost all of Kentucky, basically. Yeah, that helps you out. But we go to this radar. Oh my God, that's just a dangerous, very dangerous storm. That was a very big tornado earlier. Looks like it's weakened out a bit, but that was a big tornado. I'll just say that. That was a big tornado. Yeah. Big tornadoes happening. This is still a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado, particularly dangerous situation. Take over now here. This is a life-threatening situation here. Rotation at the storm has weakened a bit, but there still is this couple of tornado creation. Looks like we still do have a tornado on the ground. There still is a CC drop with this storm. But yeah. Still take shelter immediately south of Woodlawn, as we have a large Wow, this is crazy. This is crazy, guys. I'm just saying, wow. No problem, girls. A watch be issued for Indiana? Probably not. Probably not. I do not think a watch will be issued in Indiana. White House, Tennessee. Alright. I'll check that out. White House, Tennessee. White House. I'm guessing this is Tennessee. I don't know what this is. I'm just gonna try to find an area where there might be some rotation. Not really seeing much for rotation at all. Wherever White House is in Tennessee, because I don't think we're at the White House. But White Building meeting. There's no rotation there, but White House, Tennessee. But there's really no rotation right now in Tennessee. So. Yeah, I'm not seeing much rotation near Tennessee right now. But there actually is some storms south in Mississippi that are heading north. I actually saw this observed tornado, confirmed tornado looking over Vernon. So if you're in Kelowna, Fuke, you saw the confirmed tornado here. That's a very tight couplet of rotation near Waldron. Or is that like, that's a CC there. So we have a confirmed tornado with a CC there. Look at that. So take shelter immediately. That is your area of recordation right there. Yeah. Take shelter immediately in that area. Also, Winnsboro, this storm is observed too, so tornado is pretty near Columbia. It's still saying it is confirmed. I don't think this is on the ground still, to be honest. But I guess we're gonna have to cross them and say it's confirmed. But I don't think it's on the ground. Radar is kind of trash there. So. Back, can you give me an update to tornado south? On tornado south circle. So when the tornado starts at Starkville, there's no confirmed tornado with it, which is always good. But there is a tornado warning, meaning there's rotation. Could produce a tornado, but there's not one right now. But the storm, if you're, I know you're kind of close to Caledonia, those areas, there was a big tornado that just went through that area. It's now confirmed. It's no longer a particularly dangerous situation. But there was a not a massive, just a large tornado.
Now with
there.
YouTube primetime channels, watch Showtime, AMC
It has
Plus,
weakened
Stars,
it,
and more
but
right on
still is
YouTube.
There still is the CC on it, as you can see. There still is that remaining CC drop, so it's still on the ground. It's just kind of fizzling out here. It's kind of fizzling out. So you're talking about the severe thunderstorm at White House, Arkansas, maybe? Heck is White House? There, I'm trying to look for this. Yeah, I cannot find White House. But none of these areas really have that rotation. There might be actually a little bit of rotation right here. Phoenix, though. Yeah, it's a little bit of rotation there. So that's what we talked about then. Yeah, it's a little bit of You guys still have any questions? I will answer them here. I'll see that. sorry about that. No, there's no rotation. Yeah, there's no rotation. Just here near Star, Melbourne, Millport, still confirmed for as you can see, it's kind of fizzling up. Still is there. Still be remaining in safe spots here. Yes. Also remain in safe spot in Louisville. Cool. Where's this area turret prediction right here? Near High Point. If we look back at the storm near Waldrop, looks like the kind of rotation is kind of weakened, but we still have this correlation coefficient drop near Kelowna there. I can see that. We still do have that. The PDS watch is still up, but they just left it into a smaller area. That is the watch in that little red area. Is all those units. That's the watch. Yes. Shelter still. Looks like the rotation, there still is a tornado with this on the ground. Looks like the might be that. And then for this tornado warning confirmed here, Millport, Kennedy, Star, High Toby still take shelter. Looks like this thing's significantly weakened. Rotation's really weakening here. There's always a good sign, but still need to remain in your safe spots here. Also the storm near Louisville, High Point. Still a little bit of rotation, but it looks like it's a little bit on the weaker side right now. But if we go back to this, confirmed tornado near Swampers along View and Sunrise Landing, we do have this confirmed tornado. Still actively ongoing here is a confirmed tornado. So still remain in your safe spots. With that storm at the moment. I've been talking for 3 hours straight.
Can I see your phone for radar? Just pass them, dude. Well,
they replaced the PDS. Until 2 a.m. New PDS. It's in the same spot, but it's like it's in effect till 2 a.m. now. Chris, can you stop that video? I'm literally live. Can't be showing. Chris, do you really like my setup of my stream? I never said it. I never thought it was a bus. Not really. It's always been really active since like hours ago. Oh yeah, it does. Heck yeah, it does. Heck yeah, this supports it, Chris. Yes, it way does. You know how many tornado warnings there were today? Before we even got off school, there was freaking 5 tornado warnings since you were off school. Like, dude, my time. How the NATO cast for the NATO cast models is showing a 45%. All right, well, guys, still in your safe spots here in Louisville, Evergreen, Bethlehem, Locafoma, and Gum Springs and High Point, as we do still have a tornado warning in effect with rotation right around there near Interstate 25. You're Interstate 25 near Evergreen. Get off that road immediately and take shelter. You're with us. The storm near Millport and Kenny and Star and High Togi is no longer a tornado warning, so you can get out of your by now. But a new tornado warning is in effect for a populated area of Meridian in Mississippi, so you definitely need to be taking your safety precautions immediately with this storm. Near Stonewall, Pachuta, Enterprise, Sable, and Stinson here. This is an area of transportation right now. Luckily, it's not on the ground. It was on the ground earlier, but it's definitely weakened significantly. It could maybe re-strengthen the rotation, but this storm's kind of getting weaker, and it will look like it's going to do that right now. For the storm over towards Sunrise Landing, Longview, Swampers, and Kansas Bluff, take shelter in this area here. Tornado warning effect. Oh, the update to the risk is out. bad environment right now, guys. Just a new turn winning effect here. What's up, the National SBC Storm Protection Center? This is a PDS turn watch, still in effect here. This new PDS, it says several tornadoes and a few intense tornadoes likely. For Jackson, Vicksburg and Bastrop is a new tornado watch in Starksville. It says in effect until 2 a.m. Central Standard Time here. So definitely be weather aware for this. Yep, it's now out of your area. Bryce, this is not near you. Sounds like we just had a bot come in, so it kind of sucks. But it is timed out, which is good. Yeah, I hate it too. Ooh, we have to bring down another Birmingham. Let's see, so the updated categorical outlook. It's still not up on not WC3 yet. Ooh, a little bit of snow heading into rain. Makes area. It's because there's a lot of storms. But the main area, we're still, one sec, I'm gonna check out the models again for why they still have another PDS watch. Let's see why. Yeah, not really. But they're showing another episode yeah, another little episode will be coming. No, let's see the soundings on this. There's still tornado soundings. They're not see marginal score soundings. Ooh, there's a core sounding there. So there's still core soundings. Let's see if we can pull out PDS. Still on tour. Marginal. Yes, I'll turn down the. This is better now. For the background music. You get a shower for the storm sit. Yep. So guys, if you're in Tallulah, Delta of Warrenton, you still need to be remaining in your safe spot here. There is an area turn gradation right there. Here it says a radar indicated, so this is not on the ground. You still need to be remaining in your safe spots here. And treat the storm like there is a tornado on the ground here. Chris, this is why you need to start talking more on your streams. Wanna know why? I've been live talking for the last 3 hours and 10 minutes. And you know how long you've been live talking for? I don't get it, to be honest. I feel like you just don't try. But why? That was so dumb. Why didn't you go live for longer? so. Take shelter still in Tallulah, Richmond, Thomastown here. This tornado warning is heading towards Interstate 20 near Vicksburg, so take shelter there. Looks like Brad Arnold and Storm Tracer Brandon Kopic are heading towards this storm right now. There is an area of operation right there. Looks like I just got a comment on my channel, so I gotta answer it. The storm's dying, you say. Bezer, so... Yeah, you're glad I noticed this. Yeah, I turned it down. Bezer, the storm's dying, you say, Bezer. So... Right now, there's a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Memphis. Tennessee is under a severe thunderstorm warning right now. Wow. So yeah, for you there, Bryce, I think you're in Memphis, right? Is that you or Vezer? I think it's for you, Bryce. There's a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Memphis, Metro Memphis, for 1 inch hail. Is the storms dying right now? So many storms are dying, but we still have a particularly dangerous situation. Tornado watch in effect until 2 a.m. Central Daylight Time here for these areas. By the way, Chris, when you're talking in your streams for an area that's Central Daylight Time, you know.
I should say Central Daylight Time instead of Eastern or
Yeah, because you're in an area. But if you're in an area that's Eastern Time, then talk in that area. Because then people are going to get confused. So, yeah. So guys, basically right now, there's the new moderate risk is just for including Jackson, Yazoo City, Columbus, and Kosciuszko. The probability of the tornado is a 15% significant. At the moment here, okay. So there's a significant tornado threat for Jackson, Meridian, Columbus, Yazoo City, and Winona. Is where the SIG threat is at the moment. If you guys have any questions, I will answer them on the channel here. For this. Wow, guys. Sorry they get timed out. If you're in Meridian, Stonewall, Pachuta, Enterprise, and Sable, you need to take shelter right now. There's an area of recordation just near Beatrice right now. So also take shelter there, where that rotation actively is. Also take shelter here near Bethedin and Lokfoma and Webster here. This is your area of recordation right here. That rotation couplet actively ongoing. Now also take shelter near Tallulah, Richmond, Thomastown, Mound, and Delta. This thing is heading towards Interstate 20 near Vicksburg. So I'm gonna get in the shower, guys. Alright, get in the shower, guys. Be right back. I'll be back later.